What is up? Welcome back to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, it's your boy Kira the Critic, and I'm back reviewing a new film that is not in theaters just yet. I got an advanced screening for critics last night. That film is A Long Walk. Let's get into it. Before I get into the review, I just want to make one quick comment. So I am running a contest for folks that live here in Sacramento, where they can actually see this film next week on Monday, September the 8th. So this is separate from that. So this screening I saw was just for critics. The one that I'm running a contest for, I'll announce the winners tomorrow. Getting into the review itself, so the film is basically a Stephen King adaptation, if you will. So you know where you're kind of getting with that in terms of his horror adaptations. Stars Cooper Hoffman, Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, who was in Licorice Pizza. It's got David Johnson, who was in Alien Romulus, and it also stars Mark Hamill, who plays the Major. So the film is essentially set in a dystopian world where after a war, America is basically struggling. Every year they bring out 50 teenagers or 50 adult men, if you will, to basically take a long walk, and usually they literally just walk until the last man is standing, and then that person gets a wish or a prize and all kinds of riches and fortunes and things of this nature. So the rules are pretty simple. Essentially, they just walk. So how it works is basically you have to keep your steps up above a little bit over like 3 miles an hour. If you slow down beyond the 3 miles, you'll get a warning. You then get a second warning. You then get a third warning, and then after that, essentially they shoot you and kill you. So that's basically how the game works. So you're just walking. And then if you slow down, if you got to go to the bathroom, you pretty much have to go during the walk, and you only have, literally like maybe a few seconds to do whatever you have to do. Otherwise, you're going to be shot and killed. Obviously, if you have to urinate, you can turn around and kind of back up. But if you got to go number 2, it's a little bit more of a problem. They do provide the kids with water, or men, I should say, with water. They do have like food rationings as well. But literally, they're just walking, and then they basically, if you can't walk anymore, or you stop, or you quit, or whatever, you trip, you fall, you can't get back up, that's essentially kind of the end of you. Mark Hamill plays a really good evil kind of Major, if you will, and he basically kind of runs the organization, or runs the walking of the kids. I enjoyed it. It is very violent. It is very brutal because, like you said, you essentially know that, basically all of these kids outside of the one are going to be basically shot and killed as they drop off. And they're walking for a really long time. You're talking like 4, 5, 6 days of just straight walking. They don't have to run. They don't do anything of that nature, but you got to stay on the trail. If you exit outside of the trail, you're killed immediately. So I did enjoy it. It wasn't my favorite Stephen King film. It's definitely not the worst adaptation. The only slight issue I had, and I kind of knew this going in, is it is very, I hate to say repetitive, but they're just essentially walking for the entire film. And so, yeah, there's great conversations to be had. There's maybe a couple small flashbacks here and there. But for the most part, you're watching an hour and 45-minute film of basically men just walking, talking, and hoping, that, some people fall off and, they try to form friendships, things of this nature. So not a bad film. Like I said, I did enjoy it overall. Not my favorite film of the year, not my favorite Stephen King film, but I think if you like that type of, repetitiveness where they're just walking, but there is a lot of action just in terms of the kids being shot and killed, you might enjoy it. Definitely something I would recommend, but I don't know if it's going to be, a strong recommendation, but I do recommend it. But yeah, definitely check it out. Let me know when you see it down in the comments if you liked it, if you didn't like it, and I'll be back tomorrow to announce the winners. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.